Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. Today is Fish Friday and we're going to do fish two different ways. We're going to do one just the standard shoreline, and then we're going to do a pecan encrusted fish. So let's go ahead and start with the pecan one first. We're going to do 1 cup of, or 3/4 cup of flour, and this is salt, pepper, and then garlic salt. So we're just going to go ahead and give that a quick mix. Here we're going to do about 3/4 cup of heavy cream. I know most people do milk and eggs, but we're just going to do heavy cream, and then we're going to do a little bit of the Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Give that a quick stir. And you're not going to really taste a ton of the heat, but it does add a little bit of the flavor that we're looking for. So, and then in the last one, we are going to do some pecans, hence the pecan encrusted. We're going to do about 1/2 cup of that and 1 cup of the Italian breadcrumbs. You could do Parmesan. You can, whatever kind you're most happy with. All right. And then we're going to put this at our end. So we've got our pecans. Set that down there. Clean up our station. So today we are actually going to be working with walleye and crappies that were caught here in Minnesota. And so what you want to do is always start with the floured portion first. I'm going to take these off. We're going to do flour. We're going to do our cream mixture. Try to keep one hand wet, one hand dry. Go ahead and put this in the pecans and give that a nice good coating of the pecans. You want to go ahead and kind of push them down so you make sure that they're staying on there. 1 fillet, and then we'll do 1 more of this. And then we'll do the heavy cream. And the heavy cream I actually really like with the fish. I think it sticks a little bit better than just the milk and egg. Take our dry hand, get all of those pecans. All right. And then next we're going to take out the pecans. And we are going to do shoreline. So the pecan one we're actually going to go ahead and actually do right on the grill, and then these ones we're going to deep fry. So go ahead and put it in the same mixture. Just slide those pecan ones over. So one of my kids likes pecans, I like the pecan encrusted one, and one just wants it just a plain shoreline. So you want to make sure that you're pressing that batter down in there. Crunchy fish is the best fish. Okay. Last piece we're gonna do. You have to tell me in the comments what's your favorite kind of fish. Being from Minnesota, you can't beat fresh walleye and crappies. So my grandma's a big fan of the crappies with the skin on. I can't do it personally, but all right, let's go ahead, pop these off. Push our mess off to the side. So we're gonna actually do some onion rings first. So I do have a previous episode where we actually made the onion rings from scratch, and I will go ahead and link that in the notes. But these onion rings only take about 1 minute to 2 minutes to get them nice and crispy. You don't want to overload the pot with these guys. Just looking for that nice golden brown. And when you're heating your oil in between, you want to always make sure that you have it covered. That way you don't have to worry about losing as much heat. So it's got a nice crisp on it. All right, let's get these guys out. And I'm going to do the onion rings first because I don't want the fish flavor on the onion rings, but the onion rings I don't mind if that's on the fish. So give those a minute. while that's cooking, I've got some garlic bread. I'm just going to throw down over here. And then we're going to go get started on that fish. Onion rings are just about nice and crispy. I think it's usually fish and chips. We're going to fish and onion rings today, but all right. So we can get those guys done. And keep these warm. I'm just going to go ahead and cover them. Next, I'm going to come in with our shoreline fish, and we're just going to cook these in the oil. Those are just a couple minutes on each side. And that garlic bread is done, so we're going to throw down a little bit of butter for our Parmesan encrusted fish. Woo! I feel like I'm playing air hockey over here. Woohoo! There we go. Scored the goal. Alright. Go ahead and put these Parmesan ones down. And we're going to go give these guys a quick flip over here. And basically with this stuff, we're just looking for the golden brown. So I had a bet with Garrett how long it would take the dogs to bark, and he said we had a 60% chance that they would not bark, and apparently I won that bet because there they are, barking again. So I'm going to throw a little bit of cheese down. I'm going to go ahead and shut this side off, and I'm going to cover this bread to help that cheese melt. And these guys are just about done. We're going to give this Parmesan, or the pecan ones, we're going to keep checking these guys. You want to make sure that you're not cooking on the highest heat with these. You don't want to go ahead and burn them. Those nuts, I think, will burn fairly quickly. Alright. So these, I think we need about another minute on these. Let's go ahead and flip these. See, we got that nice crust from that Parmesan, from that pecans. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit this with just a little bit more butter. Because we're not cooking these in oil, I want to make sure that they're not getting stuck to the Blackstone. Garlic bread is coming along. I'm excited for this one. Whoop. Alright. You take your fish out, you just want to go ahead and drain it. Normally I put this on a paper towel, but hey, I'm getting better. This is the only thing I forgot this time. Give these fish one more quick toss. And with fish, when you're cooking it, you want to make sure that it's cooked all the way. You can kind of see like this. It's nice, it's crispy. That is great. Alright. Push that garlic bread in. Go ahead and cut this fish just to make sure. See how it's not pulling apart? That means it is not ready. It is not cooked all the way yet. Actually, but this piece is, because you can kind of see how when it's nice and light and fluffy like that, this is what we're looking for, but I'm guessing this middle piece is what we're still waiting on. I'm going to go ahead and cover that. Slide our garlic bread over here, let that cook, and let me go ahead and give this pecan one a try. I'm going to have to say I prefer the pecan. Definitely with that little franks, you definitely get a little bit of a kick on that one. Not crazy, like the kids aren't going to hate it because it's too spicy. But go ahead and try those onion rings and the fish. We'll see you next time. Eat happy and don't forget to subscribe.